everyone, and greetings from the wasteland. It is time for our weekly check of some of the new releases headed to an independent record store near you. Now again, this is just a partial list. This week in particular, there's just so many new releases coming out that it would be difficult to list everything here. So we're going to hit the highlights, some of the things that we think you guys might be interested in. Of course, if you want to see the full list, head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com and click the upcoming and new releases, and you'll get to see that full list and skim through it at your leisure. But right now, let's take a look at some of the goodies coming out for Friday, November 18th, 2022. On the new release side, we've got a big one, much anticipated, from Billy Strings. This is called Me and Dad. Billy Strings writes in our description saying, "As long as I can remember, I wanted to make a record with my dad. So that dream to make a proper studio album is finally realized. Me and Dad is a collection of 14 classics that Billy and his father, Terry Barber, know like the back of their hands. It's the music that made Billy the musician and the human that he is today. So this album represents a lifelong goal finally achieved and a way for the Grammy-winning musician to honor the man that taught him how to play guitar." So we've got multiple versions of Me and Dad by Billy Strings on tap. The standard black vinyl version looks like it's going to list for about $23. There is an indie-exclusive yellow vinyl version as well, that one listing for $25. Another indie-exclusive on black smoke vinyl, this one listing for $25 also. And then finally, a clear vinyl version of this, listing for $25. So if you're looking to get a hold of the new Billy Strings coming out on the 18th, make sure you talk to your record store and order the proper version that you'd like for your collection. Billy Strings, of course, a great musician and a fantastic bluegrass artist, and he is from Michigan. Also on the new release front, we've got something from Neil Young and Crazy Horse. Yes, this is new. According to our description, World Record is the second album of new studio recordings that Neil and Crazy Horse have released in the past 12 months. The album features 10 new Neil Young compositions plus a short reprise of one other song, and it's coming on double LP black vinyl, listing for about $45. And there's also an indie-exclusive version of this, not pictured here, but that one being on clear vinyl, also listing for about $45. Also something new from Ways Blood, aka Natalie Mering. This is called And in the Darkness, Hearts Aglow. Our description says this is a celestial-influenced folk album and a follow-up to their acclaimed Titanic Rising. So Ways Blood and In the Darkness, Hearts Aglow will list for about $25. New stuff from the Wombats. This is an EP, and it's called Is This What It Feels? Our description says this is a 6-track collection that sees the band sound as urgent and as vital as ever. So the EP Is This What It Feels by the Wombats will list for about $17. New stuff also from Disturbed. This is called Divisive. After a 4-year hiatus, the Grammy Award-nominated multi-platinum hard rock band Disturbed has returned with their 6th studio album. So Divisive on black vinyl will list for about $25. There is also an indie-exclusive silver vinyl version of this, listing for $25 as well. Here's one called Monsters Ball. This is from Arthur Brown. And yes, it is that Arthur Brown, the crazy world of Arthur Brown. New stuff from the god of hellfire himself, the theatrical rock icon Arthur Brown. This macabre-themed masterpiece finds Brown joined by a group of talented collaborators, including the Stooges, James Williamson, Steve Hillage is on here, Deep Purple drummer Ian Pace, and Vanilla Fudge's Mark Stein. So Monsters Ball, again, the new one from Arthur Brown, coming from Cleopatra Records. 2 versions by the looks of this. We have a gold and purple splatter vinyl version, listing for about $29, and a red vinyl version listing for about $28. And we also have a new EP from Ringo. This is called, well, EP3. This is a 10-inch vinyl, by the way, so not the standard 12-inch LP. But Ringo Starr's newest EP, cleverly titled EP3, has 4 brand new tracks on it. So Ringo's new 10-inch EP, called EP3, will list for about $23. We also have a cool slate of reissues on tap for the 18th as well, starting off with something from Iron Maiden. This is Number of the Beast, Beast over Hammersmith. It's a 40th anniversary deluxe edition. Our description says this is a limited edition 3 LP set celebrating the 40th anniversary of the release of Number of the Beast. All 3 LPs are 180 gram, and it comes in a triple gatefold jacket. In addition to the Number of the Beast album, this has a never-before pressed-on vinyl Beast Over Hammersmith album, which was recorded live just days before the release of the original album 40 years ago. That concert, by the way, was from March 1982's now legendary Hammersmith London show from the Beast on the Road World Tour. So this triple LP package, Number of the Beast and Beast Over Hammersmith from Iron Maiden, comes in a little heavy, listing at around $60. We've got a half-speed remastered Creatures of the Night by Kiss also coming out, another 40th anniversary release. Our description says this is the first ever half-speed master of the album, and it's pressed on 180 gram black vinyl for optimum sound quality. So Kiss's Creatures of the Night 40th anniversary half-speed master will list for about $33. Something cool from Prodigy, this is Fat of the Land, a 25th anniversary edition. Looks like this is coming out on silver vinyl. Listing a little heavy on this as well, the suggested retail price coming in at around $45. Here's one from Ministry. This is Moral Hygiene, being reissued on Violet vinyl. Violet, you're spinning Violet, Violet. Listing at around $30 for this Ministry reissue. From Cleopatra Records, we've got something from the Electric Hellfire Club. This is a reissue of Burn, Baby Burn on orange vinyl. Our description says this is the long-awaited vinyl repressing rather, of the 1993 debut album from the legendary cult band Electric Hellfire Club. Double LP on orange vinyl, this one's going to list for about $40. We're getting a new repressing of In Utero from Nirvana. This is on 180 gram black vinyl. This one listing for about $30. And a very limited edition 200 gram vinyl pressing of Big Express by XTC. This one on black vinyl coming from Ape House Records UK, so it's an import, listing for about $35. And it was only a year ago that The Future was released by Nathaniel Rateliff, so now we're getting a new limited translucent tan vinyl version of this album. The Future reissue by Nathaniel Rateliff is going to list for about $26. A pair from the Rolling Stones also on tap from Abco Records. First off, we have Aftermath. This is also a UK import. Originally released in 1966, this represented a milestone for the band, as it was the first to consist solely of Jagger Richards' original songs. So the reissue of Aftermath is going to list for about $30. And we also have another reissue coming from the UK and Abco Records of Between the Buttons. Originally released in 1967, this new reissue will list also for about $30. We got to be coming close to the end of the Queen reissues. They've been doing these over the past several weeks. So this upcoming week on the 18th, we can look forward to A Kind of Magic. This will be pressed on 180 gram black vinyl, and it's Queen's 12th studio album. This one will come in listing at around $30. And here is the one that started the whole MoFi controversy on the vinyl channels all across YouTube. This is the MoFi reissue of Michael Jackson's Thriller. Our description says the best-selling album of all time celebrates its 40th anniversary. So Michael Jackson's Thriller receives the definitive treatment on Mobile Fidelity's Ultra Disc One-Step 180 gram box set. Here's where it gets tricky, because if you've been following the controversy, you know what we're talking about here. Our description goes on to say this was mastered from the original analog master tapes and housed in a deluxe slipcase. This release will also strictly be limited to 40,000 numbered copies. It's not that limited actually, but 40,000 copies, and they will be numbered. So Mobile Fidelity's Ultra Disc One-Step 180 gram, and this is a 33 1/3 speed, so that it's got that going for it at least, is going to list for around $140. So wherever you stand on this whole analog versus digital that MoFi went through that big controversy, I can probably guarantee you that this will still sound very good. So get them if you can. It's, again, listing for about $140, Michael Jackson's MoFi Thriller. A few soundtracks, compilations, and live albums coming on the 18th as well, starting off with the Elvis original soundtrack. This is from the Baz Luhrmann Elvis movie that came out a little while back. Our description says that the original motion picture soundtrack includes plenty of A-list names across the musical spectrum, starting with the king himself. Elvis hopefully is singing a few songs on here, but there are additional artists included as well as Doja Cat, Nordo Wick, Jack White is on here, Chris Isaac, Eminem, Casey Musgraves, Tame Impala, Stevie Nicks, and many, many others. So yeah, there are some Elvis tunes on here, but there's a lot of other folks doing Elvis tunes upright as well. I didn't see the movie. Hopefully, if you did, you enjoyed it. But you can pick up the Elvis original soundtrack for about $29 list price. We have a new compilation album of greatest hits coming from Dolly Parton. This is called Diamonds and Rhinestones, the Greatest Hits Collection. From Sony Legacy, this is a double LP on black vinyl set. Our description says it is a career-spanning cross-label anthology featuring 23 essential recordings from 1971 through 2020, gathered together for the first time on one album. So again, this is a double LP. If you're looking for the entire track list, head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com and search for Dolly Parton, Diamonds, and Rhinestones. List price on this one comes in at about $40. We also have a retrospective look back at Eric Burdon and the Animals. This is a double 180-gram black vinyl pressing housed in a gatefold jacket. This set gathers all 14 U.S. top 40 hits done by the Animals and the late 60s lineup of Eric Burdon and the Animals. The set is capped off by a 1970 smash, Spill the Wine, done by Eric Burdon and War. This package also includes extensive liner notes and is, as we mentioned, housed in a gatefold jacket. Double LP retrospective of the Animals with one War tune on there. Listing fairly heavy, coming in at a suggested retail price of $46. Here's something for the psychedelic rock fans out there. Lost and Found, 1972 through 1973 by Captain Beyond. Our description says this is a collector's dream come true. It's vintage demo tracks, never heard before, from space rock supergroup Captain Beyond. So these raw demos earned the band a deal with the Allman Brothers label Capricorn Records and launched their career. Available from Cleopatra and Purple Pyramid Records, Lost and Found 1972 and 73, a collection of demos from Captain Beyond will list for about $30. Now on to some live stuff. We've got one from Jimi Hendrix, a double LP pressing of the performance from the Los Angeles Forum on April 26th of 1969. The double LP will be released in a gatefold jacket packaging and comes with a 12-page 12 by 12 book, complete with liner notes from ZZ Top's Billy Gibbons, who witnessed that show in 1969 firsthand. This album was also mixed directly from the original 8-track master tapes of that performance. So the Jimi Hendrix Experience Los Angeles Forum 1969 will list for about $36. Here's some 1980s live Stray Cats. This is Live at the Roxy on gold and black splatter vinyl. This album captures the historic Hollywood debut concert by the rockabilly revivalists Stray Cats, captured live in 1981. Gatefold Jacket single LP, as we mentioned, on gold and black splatter vinyl. That one will list for about $33. And finally, we've got something live from Johnny Thunders and Heartbreakers. This is LAMF, live at the Village Gate in 1977. Our description says these shows are referred to by band member Walter Lure as the best the Heartbreakers had ever played. Coming on pink and black splatter vinyl, LAMF, live at the Village Gate 1977, will list for about $30. And we also have a smattering of Christmas releases finding their way out on November 18th as well, including this cool one from Ray Charles called The Spirit of Christmas. Our description says this has been unavailable for well over a decade. It's now being reissued on vinyl for the first time since its original release in 1985. So Ray Charles, The Spirit of Christmas on black vinyl will list for about $26. It's a cool compilation album from Dual Tone. This is called Dual Tone Christmas, various artists. Our description says Dual Tone is very proud to present a wonderful holiday music compilation featuring past and present artists from the label's roster. They perform unique takes on classics and some original Christmas songs as well. You can hear artists like the Lumineers taking on Blue Christmas, Delta Spirits on here, as well as Drew and Ellie Holcomb, Kathleen Edwards, and Amos Lee. So Dual Tones Christmas, various artists on black vinyl, will list for about $26. And finally, here's just kind of an odd toss together of artists called Christmas, the Ultimate Collection. This one coming from Sony Import Records. Limited edition red vinyl LP featuring artists all the way from Wham and Mariah Carey to Jose Feliciano, Gene Autry, Shakin' Stevens, Meghan Trainor, Air Supply, Andy Williams, Dolly, and Kenny are on here, as well as Elvis and even the Ray Conniff Singers. So this is quite the eclectic mix of artists coming together for this one from Sony. Again, Christmas, the Ultimate Collection on red vinyl will list for about $31. And that is a quick check of some of the albums headed for release on Friday, November 18th. If you're local and you'd see something you'd like, just contact us here at the store and we'll put in a pre-order for you. Not local, you can still look through all of these as well as the full list of upcoming releases by heading over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. So until next week, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, do all the things that you're supposed to do on YouTube. And we will talk to you next week from the Wasteland.